So I've hit level 80, and I've been level 80 for a few weeks now in the War Within. And in that time, I've got Loremaster done quite recently. I've done a lot of delves, up to plus 11 because I'm an absolute gamer, and I've done a couple of dungeons, not pushing into Mythic Plus yet. Just generally exploring the world, getting some rep up. And now it's time to talk about what's working, what isn't working, and whether I feel the War Within is worth my time, and whether the love is still there for retail. The story is an absolute standout so far. It has been fantastic, well structured, great character arcs, and some fantastic storytelling, and the cinematics have been absolutely on point. Top billing goes to my boy Magni. That Magni's sacrifice cinematic was just, oh, chef's kiss. Magnificent. I absolutely love that man, and he's back, like full-fleshed Magni. Love it. Alleria's beef with Xalatath's heating up. Now we know Alleria really hates Xalatath now. Firing an arrow at her at the first chance she got, very questionable decision. Wouldn't have recommended that myself. But we know there's a lot of passion there. She hates her. It's great. Now as for Anduin, his Shadowlands arc sucked. We know that, right? In coming into the War Within, obviously I know we had Dragonflight, but coming into the War Within, I was already sick and tired of him. Couldn't be bothered with this whole, I don't want to use the light malarkey. Just wasn't doing it for us, he was annoying. But the moment he actually used the light to save Khadgar was so worth it. That payoff was worth all the hatred I was giving that man when he was complaining about not wanting to use the light. It was worth it. I'll take it back. It was great. Khadgar's saved. Anduin's using the light again. We're good. Now the Kalagos and the Kirin Tor stuff really landed for me with them trying to sort of fix and rebuild Dalaran. Main reason is during Wrath of the Lich King, I played a mage. So I was regularly all up in the Kirin Tor business. So it was quite cool interacting with all them again, and you get the nice purpley pink vibes again, as well as a little cameo from Kel'Thuzad. That was a nice touch to see. Now, with all that being said, it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. I did not enjoy the Undermine. As I mentioned before, it did feel cool initially, and the zone looked amazing, the skybox is fun, and it's a nice vibe. But it feels so disconnected from the rest of the world. The zone itself doesn't seem to fit with any of the others, and it's just such a jarring experience for me. Now, while it did eventually sort of work storyline-wise, but it just felt like it was too much for an 11.1 zone. It should have been like a little halfway job. And don't get me started on the car. It's a mobility gimmick that nobody needed, just let us fly. Flying's in the game whether it should or shouldn't be in the game. Every time they take it away, nobody enjoys it. It's just a pain to navigate. It doesn't make the Undermine feel any bigger. It just makes it feel more annoying to get around. And with that, I have no desire to go back. I have to because I need to finish getting Loremaster there. But I don't want to go back. But overall, the campaign absolutely delivers. It feels like we are fighting for something again. There is emotion and significance into the story, which has been lacking in the last few years. Previously, we were just fighting a mysterious big bad. But now we have a lot more build-up. We have 3 expansions with this big bad. So there is a lot to add onto it rather than, oh, big bad turns up, kill him. It's good. Now we've also got dungeons and delves. Delves, obviously the new feature of this expansion. Combat feels as tight as ever. It's World of Warcraft, the combat is always going to be fantastic. Fluid, amazing, responsive, having a great time with all that. The dungeons that I've done feel well designed and fit very thematically with the expansion itself and the zone they are in. The delves, generally, are really fun. I like them. And as I said, I pushed up to an 11 just to see sort of how they scale, what sort of mechanics get added. And it's all pretty fun. There's a bit of variation within each one. Some of the mechanics are annoying. Example being the candle on the air purifier, having to put them down so you don't die. That's not good to me because it doesn't make it any harder because you just put it down, you kill the things. It doesn't add any difficulty to it. It just makes it slower and a bit more annoying. But overall, the delves are great fun, and I look forward to getting a plus 11 in all of them, to be honest. I actually want to keep doing more delves. Plus you get shiny purples. That's always fun. And obviously another new expansion feature with the delves is the hero talents. Pretty cool idea, generally. Having a bit more of a sort of lore vibe to your character. Obviously with Warrior we have the Colossus and the Mountain Thane. I'm enjoying Mountain Thane. It's pretty good. But I'm assuming most people just pick whichever one is best for the content they are doing. That in itself is fine. It's just another set of talents, really. But it does add a bit to it, I think, personally. It's a good little feature. I enjoy being a Mountain Thane because it makes my thunderclaps massive and cool. It's pretty fun. I don't know about the other classes, whether some of them are just terrible so that you have to pick this one. I'm not too sure. I imagine that's probably the case. But for me, I'm a fan. Warrior has good hero talents. I like being a mountain thing. It's pretty cool as a big dwarf. Now, as I said, I finished Loremaster of Khazal Gar, which let me dig a bit deeper into each of the zones. Hallerfall and Isle of Dawn stood out to me the most. Quests within that zone, a lot of them were fun and engaging, as well as some fantastic storytelling. Shout out obviously to Morning Rise in Isle of Dawn, which touches on dementia, memory loss and death. I nearly teared it up doing that. Like, I was that close to crying doing that quest. It was fantastic and amazingly well written. But the Undermine, Ashgahet and the Ringing Deeps, none of them clicked for me, which is a shame because I was really excited for Ashgahet in general, but doing Loremaster then, none of the storylines were very fun. It was all just really generic. None of them had us gripped and engaged in the storytelling itself. It was all just, oh, just go kill this guy because he's a bit bad. And the only one that I did think was quite good was the therapy one, and that only lasted about a minute. But that one was a nice little touch. It was similar, obviously, to the vibe in Morning Rise, but a bit more toned down. But that was just a fraction of all the quests within that zone, and the majority of them were just meh. And obviously, I've already mentioned the Undermine sucked. But yeah, not every zone's going to be perfect. That's just the way it works. For me, it's a bit of a shame that I don't enjoy 3 of them, and I like 2 of them. I would obviously 3 to 2 would be much better, but it's just the way it is. Ashgahet looks cool and thematically is, but the Loremaster wasn't good. But that's okay. I do still like going to Ashgahet because it is amazing being in that area. It was just Loremaster wasn't very fun for me and the storytelling wasn't great. Seeing a new Barak though, that was nice. Professions. Go on then. The craft and profession system sucks for me. I didn't enjoy it in Dragonflight, and it's obviously exactly the same now. Patron crafting orders did make a very slight improvement into how you sort of progress as a crafter. I'm now, I think, about 90 into blacksmithing. And I've got one section of it maxed out pretty much. I can't do any crafting orders. Nobody's going to want my crafting orders because everyone else's is still better. Now that might obviously be different if I started properly in 11.0, not joining within 11.1. But that's still a serious design flaw to me, that it's so much effort and so difficult to progress back as a crafter if you did not start at the beginning. If you have fallen behind, you're knackered basically. They do let you respec once now, so obviously if you start doing armor craft and realize, yeah, this isn't going to work, you could go the other way and start going to the reagents or the tools. I didn't do that. I just respec into armor crafting again because I want to make the braces for myself. That's fair enough, but I'm not going to make any money out of blacksmithing now. It's mostly dead. Gathering professions, however, absolutely fine. Mining is alright, the talent tree in mining's fine, it's just get more ore, get more special ore, things like that. That makes sense, that's pretty cool, you can do whatever you want, but crafting to me, it still just doesn't work. Now, the thing I hate with a burning passion, the goddamn currency system. When I hit level 80, I already had 8 different currencies. 8. That was literally going through the campaign from 70 to 80. I wasn't even finished the campaign, I don't think. And I already had 8 different currencies. And I didn't know what the majority of them did. The only one I understood was Kej, because I clicked on the vendor, and resonance crystals. I had 6 others. I had Undermine stuff, and I hadn't even unlocked the Undermine yet. A few weeks in, I am now sitting at 12 currencies. 12. 4 of them are just gear upgrades from 620 to 6 whatever. Why is there so many currencies in this game? Because I've now got to go get this one. This one lets me craft and upgrade gear to this level. This one to this level. This one to this level. This one to this level. It's just a mess. It's bloated and convoluted, and I just hate the currency system. We don't need that many currencies. And again, this is just the Season 2 ones. In Season 3, we're going to have another one, which means they're going to do the big reset that they already do and give you some gold or whatever and get rid of all your stuff while you get the new ones. It's just mind-boggling to me. I still feel a bit overwhelmed at times because there's just so much stuff in the game right now. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing, having options. It's good having so many options. but I often feel a bit lost as to what to do. Now, I'll say that's not really a bad problem. Part of that, again, is because I am in 11.1 as a returning player, not 11.0. There's loads of reps and loads of this stuff to do. Had I started in the beginning, I potentially wouldn't have to do this section of content over here because I'd already maxed my renown or whatever, and I would only have this one to focus on, which is totally fine. But coming back, there is a lot for me to choose from, and it's difficult to decide what I want, and again, that's mostly a personal problem. As it stands now, I'm not really interested in doing Mythic Plus, so I'm doing Loremaster. I'm getting reps, I'm getting mounts, I'm doing horrific visions, things like that. There's a lot for me to do, but it still does feel like there's a hell of a lot for me to do. And one thing that's also been sort of quietly bothering me is the open world. It feels empty, just really empty. Even with world quests and dailies and everything scattered across the zones, you barely ever see someone. Unless I get there at like the Nightfall event as an example, where you see a few people, you'll just never see anyone. I'll fly around, I'll be running around, and there'll be nobody there. We'll get the odd meetup at a mining node, but again, that's about it. Unless you're in the capital city, the world is empty. Well, coming from Classic, it's quite jarring, because in Classic, you will see people everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Like, if you're just running around Crossroads, you'll see people. Running around STV, you'll see people. Arathi Highlands, you'll see people. I never see anyone in the open world in WoW at the minute. And that's a serious part of an MMO to me, is the other players. Retail's world looks alive, but the world is not alive. So as I say, it's been 3 weeks now. Some final thoughts. Is Retail worth my time? Am I enjoying it? Am I going to keep playing? Or am I just going to go back and sit in Classic? And honestly, it's kind of, yeah, it is worth my time. It is fun. The campaign is strong, which to me was the most important part about my return to WoW, is I want the storyline to be good again. And it is. There's baggage, lifeless open world, currency systems that confuse the hell out of me, and professions that are a bit meh and don't feel worth my time. But because I'm not chasing M+ gear and I'm not pushing for this min-max stuff, I can effectively ignore most of that. I will passively get the currencies that allow me to upgrade my gear, but I don't need to chase them. I can just do the content I want to do, and eventually my 630 item will become a 650 item. I've already got 4 set of tier. I've done nothing and I've got 4 set. I'm okay with that. Now, will I try M+ eventually? Probably. I will. I've done it before. It can be fun. Granted, I've never tanked it, but I will probably try it before. That might open up an entire new world to me of other content I want to do. I might want to start pushing that gear, get the high Rio, go for the 3k. That would be highly ambitious if you've ever seen me do a dungeon, but you never know. But for now, I'm just taking it at my own pace, and I am having a really fun time. It is very enjoyable. I'm going to go get all the reps up. There's a lot of characters I like, and I love being in and around Hallowfall. So I'm absolutely going to fly that Hallowfall rep up and get all of the mounts. There's so many collections you can get. So those are just my thoughts. How are you feeling about Retail right now? What content are you doing the most? What content are you doing the most? And what are you most looking forward to in the future of Retail WoW? Now, if you enjoyed the video, please do like and subscribe. It really does help out and get the channel some extra exposure. If you want to see these thoughts live, then please do check out the live streams on YouTube and Twitch, both at Turtle Respec. Links will be in the description below. Thank you very much for watching.